How to domesticate a wild animal, a typeface. A little bit about me. Uh, I'm a graphic designer and typeface designer, and I've been working in the industry for about 16 years, and I'm based in New York City. But we're gonna talk about today about my typeface, and that typeface is Salvaje. Salvaje in Spanish means wild or from the woods. Salvaje is a typeface family that is divided in display and text. But for this project, for this talk, we're just gonna focus on the display version. A little bit of context. So I went to the Netherlands here between 2014 and 2015 to study a master program in typeface design at the Royal Academy of Art in The Hague. This university is better known as KABK, and basically the program is divided in 2 semesters. The first semester you get to learn a lot about history, Python programming, calligraphy, stone carving. You do a revival project and also other crafts and events around. But during the second semester, you get to do your final project. For me, that final project was Salvaje, the typeface. In every project, you always get excited at the beginning. I was super excited, and of course, I wanted to bring new ideas. I wanted to connect also my final project with some personal interests. I wanted to have or to work on something that was at the same time challenging and had tons of meaning. And of course, I wanted to enjoy it, to learn, and I got to decide what I wanted to learn. And the process is pretty much this, what I'm just gonna start to tell you about. So the first thing is just to define which type of typeface I want to create. So at least at that time in The Hague, in the Netherlands, or I don't know if in the typeface design world, was like this conception or this believing that good kids design text typefaces because from there you can actually learn tons of things and it's better for you as a typeface designer. And if you go on to the other side to explore display typefaces, that's bad, that's not good, you're not gonna learn enough. It's basically was not good or not well perceived, at least in that context. So, but I was in between that, like, should I do a text typeface, or should I do like a display one? I was in between those two. Should I do like what I'm supposed to do or what I want to do? And at the end, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do both. I'm gonna learn from both worlds, and I'm not gonna pay attention too much about like what other people have to say. At that time, I had like 12 years of experience, and it's like I already know what I want. So that was interesting. That was good to define that, but then was not idea. So I was in the search for new ideas on for what's the idea of this typeface. So those are early sketches that I created, and all of this is influenced by the things that I learned during the first semester. There's a lot of like Python programming, the revival, and even stone carving that influence all those sketches. So those are early sketches, and they were like interesting, but they were just sketches. There was no idea. But when I got to this point that I was drawing those numbers, I was like, oh, there is actually something interesting here. There's something unique, something special. They're kind of extreme, high contrast. They have tons of personality. I like this. So that was good. And then around the same time, I got to see those illustrations in a blog that all the time promotes or just features different books, and they were like the birds of paradise, and I was like very, very, very excited to see those animals. And I don't know, they were like so unique, so different, so weird, but good weird in a way. So I started to do tons of research and check the entire book, all the illustrations and the origin, where they live. And it happened that they only live in one part of the world, and they have like a totally different evolution compared to other type of birds. So I was just very excited. But at some point, at KBK, they told me like, you know what, you should stop your bird research and focus on typeface design. So that's what I did, but also I was excited, and I got back to the numbers that I drew in the past, and I tried to refine those, and I started to put those numbers next to the birds, and I somehow just connected those two ideas or those two different universes, but I had the feeling that they were sharing something special, something unique, and that's how I define it, the personality of the typeface. So this is something extreme, has tons of character, it's unique, and it's dynamic. One thing that is very interesting about those birds is like they have like this impressive transformation, almost like a folding of the feathers in order to transform in something completely different. And I thought that that was like a really unique feature. I never saw that in any other bird, at least that I know. And yeah, that was pretty impressive. But also at the same time, I thought like, well, actually this is interesting, because how about a typeface that have like a similar skeleton? It's pretty much the same bird, but then in some occasions it's more like normal, in some other occasions it's more extreme, like typefaces. So it's like one is like for read, like more readable, more simple, and the other one is more extreme for headlines. So I thought like, this is the thing, this is the idea, and this is the structure of the family. So I got the idea. Then was the process of working, was tons of work, tons of sketching. Again, I started from the numbers, and then I moved into the caps. So this is not the regular way or the normal way that you actually approach to a typeface, but this was the way of Salvaje. So I was just following that way, but it was so difficult. I couldn't find things about the proportions. It was really tricky to find the balance between the lowercase and uppercase, even the shapes. So I was a little bit lost, and I realized like after all that excitement of the idea, I was like, well, this is really hard. There's like tons of problems. This is not easy at all. But at the same time, always there are like solutions, and those are the solutions that I'm gonna share with you today. So the first one was like, I cannot treat this animal or slash typeface the same way that I treat like a Roman typeface. So I had to adjust the proportions in order to have more room and make it more readable and well proportioned in general. The second one, there is more than one solution. So because this typeface, the shapes are a little bit difficult, you have to come up with different solutions for each specific context. But always there are options, new options you have to explore. The third one is it takes time. This is the first version, from the first version to the last version in 4 months. The fourth one is you have to learn from the different breeds. You have to learn from the text, that the text is going to influence the display, and the display is going to influence the text. And that's what I did. I was learning all the time from all of them and applying that knowledge to the other ones. Then the final one is just try to test this typeface in a specific context and not out of that context. So it's like printing big and testing how it actually looks in the context that I'm intended to do it. So results. This was the results. The result of the family around 2015. And between 15 and 18 was a lot of work, evolving those shapes, sometimes even redrawing everything. And we got to launch the typeface at Typographics in 2018, only the display version. So I got together with Copper and Brushes, and they are the official distributors of the typeface. They did all the technical part, and that was exciting to work with them. And actually, you can find the website. You can find the typeface. You can buy the typeface through their website. And those are the specimens that I created around that time. Just trying to show all kind of like this beauty, elegance, character, uniqueness in different specimens and contexts. And it was very, very exciting just to design and to enjoy just designing and not struggling with the shapes. So that was really good. Playing with color, that was super excited always about color. So then, you know, from the time that we launched the typeface, a lot of people been using the typeface in books, publications, records, products, posters. I don't know, like so many things. All the time, people send me like, look at your typeface," or I see it on fonts in use and different places. And it's just always really exciting to see that what people are doing with the typeface and how they actually own the typeface and they create something unique that I didn't even imagine. So it's exciting. So what's going to happen with the future of this typeface? I don't know yet. I need to work on the text version, but I don't know exactly when that's going to be. And that's it. Lots of learnings. And finally, I just want to share a little bit about those learnings. So from this project, at least the display side of this. So the first one is like embrace chaos. Sometimes you don't know the parts, and you don't know which part goes with which other part. It's just confusing, but it's good. It's good. You need to. It's good in order to find new solutions. It's a good challenge. Fears. We all fear different things, but it's good to face them and go through them and get some knowledge out of it. Imagination. Always imagination is really good. It's important. Go to where no other people go, and I celebrate that a lot. This is a practice of passion. Passion always is important. It takes a lot of your time, a lot of your, a lot of things from you, but there's like it worked. This is an endless process, and at some point you have to stop and decide this is a good version I can publish. In my case, was like 3-4 years or something, or even more. I don't know. Still, there is work to do. So, and finally, be yourself, be real, be unique, be you. That's the best thing that I can get from this. Not many people gonna like you for who you are or what the things that you do, but I'm sure if you do it with passion, with imagination, and you have like a solid foundation, you can go, you can get to create beautiful and amazing solutions and to solve even problems. So that's it. Finally, I just want to share this quote from Charles Bukowski that I actually is really connected with my life and the way that I see life and design. And it's this: if you are going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. That's it. That's my presentation. Thank you so much.